The Founder and the Future.
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce to you our Chief Executive Officer for 2.5 years, coming up to 3 years this fall. He's a member of the Telecommunications Hall of Fame. He's been an electronic company creator, kind of a serial entrepreneur, and now he's here, he's ours. And a man of God, the only person I know that actually has a prayer room, a special prayer room in his home. Will you welcome, please, Mr. Don Simmonds. Hi, Don. Go for it, Don.
Well, such a privilege to be here. Thank you, David. And of course, thank you for prioritizing the future, even as we celebrate the past. And you know, when you saw those TV aerials, you saw how technology could expand your reach as a pastor. And in my mind's eye, I see something also. I see a dominating media that has their tentacles around the people in our culture, especially young people who spend over 7 hours a day on average with media. Everything from playing games by the hour to texting constantly with their friends. And of course, watching some very destructive material, saturating them with a teaching that is contrary to the way God intended them to live. So over the next 5 nights, I'm going to concentrate on one of our future priorities. And tonight, we're going to concentrate on mentoring a new generation in the media. It's one of our top priorities for the future. 1 Timothy 4:12, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in life, in love, in faith, and in purity. And you know, mentoring young people is not a new thought for Crossroads. In fact, there's a photograph we've got from the annals of history. Now, I wonder, does anyone know who this is? Anyone? Anyone? Of course, that's Moira, who's actually being introduced on her first hosting mission on 100 Huntley Street, and Jim. I hope our cameras caught the blushing going on through the makeup there. We've had a school of broadcasting here, which is basically trained young people from all around the world to be media ministers in their own country. And there's lots of Crossroads offspring that are in the media in some way. Have a look at some of these. There's Cheryl, who was a Stacy, of course, David's granddaughter, and her husband, Todd, in God Rocks. You'll certainly be familiar with that. My own daughter, Shauna, who hosted Truthquake, did her own film business, making films on character traits for high school students. And you'll see just a clip of some of her work there.
We want to know that we're good enough, that our life has.
And there's Rochelle Maines, another granddaughter, who actually came on air recently, David, to pray for you.
To do the impossible.
And
So
she
God,
has
we
this
just come
passion,
together in
burning
prayer
desire to
right
launch a
now.
magazine for young
Lord,
girls.
We thank you for my grandpa, for this member of our family.
And David mentioned earlier Marcy Ian, who was an original Circle Square participant and now anchors the news on Canada AM. Have a look.
Happy anniversary, Crossroads. 50 years. What a milestone. Congratulations to everyone. And needless to say, I would be...
Isn't that fantastic? Mentoring young people into the media. We've done it, and we will continue to do it. I'm going to ask Melissa to come on up with me, Melissa McEachern. Melissa is in charge of a program we have here called Equipping for Excellence, and it's our Young Interns program. And Melissa, I just wanted to ask you how old you were the first time you came to the Crossroads Studios.
Well, it was on 100 Huntley Street, downtown Toronto, and I was 10 days old. So that's my first experience with 100 Huntley Street.
And that's because your dad is in the room. Can you point to him, and can a camera?
Yeah, he's holding us all
there?
together today. So
There, George
yeah.
McEachern. This is George's daughter, Melissa. And Melissa had her own career in the media out in Winnipeg, and she has come back to lead this whole initiative, this priority of mentoring the next generation in the media. Could you give us a sense of what Equipping for Excellence is and does?
So it's our 4-month internship program, and it gives students a hands-on experience in the media industry. But the thing, and I know, Don, when you asked me to come back and to work at Crossroads, you said it's not just about that. It's about the character and leadership development, and it's about instilling those values into young people. And that was the thing that I said, yeah, I want to be a part of that, because I am an example of people instilling godly character and teaching me what it is to be a Christian and in the media industry.
Well, thanks, Melissa. And it's been running for about 18 months. So we've already had a number of graduates from the program. And can you tell us how they've fared out in the workforce?
So we've had 75% of our interns now have jobs in the media industry, in the production industry, and or in the nonprofit sector, which is important to me as well, that we want to equip them to go out into other ministries and to make a difference through that as well. And I had a letter recently from a past intern, and this is why we exist. My relationship with Jesus grew, and I understand now my strengths and the way God has wired me. I am able now to embrace who God made me to be and what he called me to do. That's it for me. If we can equip young people to discover what's that thing that God's called them to do and equip them to do that for his kingdom, nothing better.
Melissa, you also have a very important role here in addition to the internship program. You actually lead our assignment desk with about 25 people reporting up to you. How's that going?
Good. So it's a privilege to oversee people who create our content for all of our productions. So reporters to researchers, the producers, and it's great. I feel really, really privileged and blessed to be part of the team.
Melissa, thank you for your modeling to younger people and for believing in this top priority for our future. What do you think of Melissa McEachern? And David, what you started in mentoring Christian young people in the media, we must continue as a priority into the future.
Thank you, Don. Best of everything. I really believe that the future is in good hands with our Chief Executive Officer and a wonderful board of directors. And you know, we have graduates in over 74 countries of our School of Broadcasting and Communications. One of our graduates alone from a studio in India is reaching a potential of 3 billion people in 5 different languages on several satellite channels covering Asia. So this is an amazing thing. We'll be back right after this. I remembered how to say that.